Hi guys, welcome back to another movie review by me, Beardo. Today I will be reviewing The Cloverfield Paradox. Now, as this movie is part of the Cloverfield franchise, there will be spoilers going ahead, not only for this film but also for the original Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane. The Cloverfield Paradox is set in the near future where Earth is having an issue with energy, and there's a group of scientists aboard a spaceship trying to find a way to make some sustainable energy for the Earth to live off of. So first things first, it's obviously clear that this is part of the Cloverfield universe. The film was actually released on Netflix, which I don't normally do reviews for, but I thought, seeing as it was supposed to be a theatrical release, then I would review it. The film has a big ensemble cast, including Gugu Mbathu-Raw, David Oyelow, Chris O'Dowd, Daniel Bruhl, and Ziyi Zhang. It's just a shame that with all this talent on display, they all feel completely wasted. The biggest problem here is the fact that the film was originally written and filmed as a different film altogether. It wasn't part of the Cloverfield universe. It was supposed to be a film called The God Particle. J.J. Abrams has bought the film, shot extra scenes and inserted them to make it part of the Cloverfield universe. There's so many different ideas going throughout the film that you wonder if they actually had any intention of seeing any of them through. They just seem like random ideas put together because they sounded cool on paper. I mean, they've created the idea of parallel universes, time travel, aliens. There's just so many different things happening that it just doesn't work well together. Every time a character leaves the group and decides to go do something, you know something bad's going to happen to them. It's so obvious. It's the typical "I'll be right back" from Scream, and it just becomes so predictable. The first Cloverfield movie was about a monster attacking New York. The second was about some people being kept in a bunker because they think that there's an alien invasion happening outside. Then it turns out there actually is. But the aliens between that film and the Cloverfield monster do not seem really connected. And then in this film, they've kind of brought back the Cloverfield monster right at the end, but it's a lot bigger and it brings up a lot more questions. Apparently maybe this film is creating different dimensions. So in one dimension there's an Earth that's attacked by a Cloverfield monster, an Earth that's taken over by alien invasion. And it just seems like they've tried to use this film as a reason to give the previous two explanations because they can't think of a way to connect them themselves. I think it's a cop-out. I just don't think it's worked really well at all. And if anything, it's kind of raised a lot more questions than it has answered. And there's going to be more Cloverfield connected films coming out. Apparently there's another one this year and there's even more slated. But unless they can do something new and impressive with the next one, it's just going to be really contrived. And I think people were jumping off the bandwagon, especially after this film. This film could have been something special, it could have been pretty spectacular, but unfortunately it wasn't. And I think the fact that it was pulled from cinematic release and put onto Netflix is kind of an explanation for this. There were a couple of things I did enjoy about the film. It looked fantastic. The majority of the CGI was really good, and the opening shots I could just imagine seeing it on the big screen in a cinema, and I thought it would look breathtaking. But at the same time, when there is bad CGI, it's pretty terrible. There's a scene with Chris O'Dowd having his arm amputated, I guess, and the CGI used is just really kind of poor and something you would expect from maybe a made-to-TV movie. So it ranges, but when it's fantastic you can kind of enjoy it because it looks so good. Also, all the random ideas are actually really good ideas, but they just don't gel well together. So at one point we hear noises coming from this vent and they sound animalistic, so you're thinking, oh, maybe they're going to bring the aliens or like small Cloverfield monsters in or something. And then you open up the vent and there's a woman in there, but she has all like the electronic wires going through her body, and it's very Cronenberg, it's very body horror. For some reason there's a tank full of worms on a space station. Later in the film they go missing, and then one of the characters starts having convulsions and all the worms come out their mouth, and it's really disgusting and really cool. It's such a shame that this film was a big mess because it did have fun parts to it, but it just didn't work overall. And especially adding in the Cloverfield universe into it was just a big mistake. Adding on a stupid Cloverfield ending and having the big monster come out of the clouds was just so stupid. It was just like the biggest kick in the face after watching the film. And for those reasons, I'm going to score Cloverfield Paradox 2 out of 5. Thanks for sticking around for another one of my movie reviews. Give it a thumbs up, comment or subscribe, and you'll see more content come from me soon. Thank you.